Hello fellow swappers, it's Wednesday, it's time for another video. Now normally for my cereal choice, I'd go with Special K. However, I was looking for a cheaper alternative and I am aware that there's cheaper Special Flakes options on the market. However, I was told to try Bran Flakes because Bran Flakes are slightly less calories and every calorie counts, I suppose, right? So I've decided to go out and find some cheaper versions of the Kellogg's Special Flakes. Let's have a look what I got.
Okay, so cheaper options. I've been told that ASDA Bran Flakes are a lot healthier and a lot cheaper. So this is 500 grams. This is 95 pence currently. Special K, you get 440 grams. This is the smaller packet. You can get the larger packet as well. This is £2.75 on club card offer. Normally it's like £3.50, sometimes £3.75. The bigger packets are close to £4 or £5. It's crazy. But they all make the same kind of claims. They're looking at, you get iron, you've got high fiber, and of course they contain various grains and things to make their health claims, but essentially they're just wheat products, they're just cereals. Okay, so let's have a look at the nutritional information first for the ASDA Bran Flakes. So, each 30 grams, which no one has a 30 gram portion really, but 108 calories. I'm going to focus on the sugars, 3.3 grams of sugar. So if we have a look at the Special K, you've got 118 calories and 4.5 grams of sugar. So definitely a lot more sugar. The calories are only 10 calories difference, so it's not that much better. But I suppose if you have a double portion, that's immediately 20 calories that you're saving. So it's all about the taste. Do I swap from Special K to ASDA Bran Flakes? Let's give them a taste test. Okay, so here is 30 grams of the Bran Flakes. They look like sawdust. I've never actually had Bran Flakes before, so this should be a pretty good review. I mean, compared to the Special K, if we have a look, they're entirely different. One's more like cornflakes and one's more like, wood shavings. I know, but it's a lot cheaper, so hopefully they're just as good and we can make the swap.
Okay swappers, so it's my favourite bit of the episode. I get to taste them. So let's give you some information. So this is 14 servings, this is 16 servings. Per portion, it's 30 grams a portion, remember, this is 23.5 pence per serving. That's pretty good value for money, I would say. Every morning you wake up, have 23 pence worth of cereal. Sounds good. However, this is 6 pence. 6 pence for a bowl. It's a couple of times cheaper, which should mean if it's good, then I would probably change to this. I can't understand why I would justify it. Now, bear in mind, I am bearing this off the price of £3.30 when it's on normal price, because not everyone can get the club card offer, I appreciate, or you might not have a Tesco near you. And the ASDA ones, obviously you have to get them from ASDA, but they are 95 pence, and that seems to be a pretty stable price. So, all down to the tasting. Now, I've chosen, for my milk of choice, Cravendale. Not sponsored by Cravendale. I just like Cravendale. It's the semi-skimmed one. Don't hate me if you prefer other skimmed milks or whole milks. I just prefer semi-skimmed. So, let's get them poured out. I'm going to try the Special K first. Then I'm going to move on to the ASDA Bran Flakes. Let's go. Do you know, now that I'm sat down, I realise how large my portions must be. Is this just me? Because this is a sparrow's portion. Like, there's absolutely nothing in it. So, whilst I wait for that to soften, we've got tasty, crunchy flakes with whole grain wheat, rice and barley. Now, my understanding is that Bran Flakes are basically just wheat. I don't think they have the rice in it. I'm pretty sure they have barley. We're about to find out in a minute anyway. But these are listed as basically a really healthy product. Now, they're just cereal, of course. They're nothing amazing. They're natural grains. There's no claims by the looks of it that it's one of your 5 a day or anything daft like that. It's just cereal. Everyone just wants some cereal in the morning. So, again, I've had Special K before. The idea is whether or not I should switch from the Special K, but let's give it a try just to ensure I remember what it tastes like. Nice and crunchy. You get the little bits of rice that you can taste. It's like knobbly bits. That's the only way to describe it. is that like on the surface of it, imagine you've got cornflakes, and then on the surface of it you have these little tiny like grains of rice that are crushed up. That's what it tastes like. So yeah, solid food. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these at the side to soften. Because cereal isn't just about whether or not it's nice crispy, right? You know when you sometimes left your cereal out and you've forgotten about it, you're busy doing something else, come back, it's all soggy. Maybe Bran Flakes are better when they're soggy. So we'll test them both crispy and soggy. Okay, so here is your Bran Flakes. I've got a new spoon, new bowl. Special K don't really have a smell either, so that's why I haven't really done a sniff test, because there's nothing to really smell. It's just plain cereal. Okay, so whilst I wait for those to soften just a second, let's have a look at the Bran Flakes. So, fun fact apparently on this box, astronauts from Apollo 11 ate cereal in space. It was mixed with fruit and packed into cubes, but couldn't be eaten with milk in case it floated out of the bowl. Okay, interesting. Not sure if that's interesting for when you're eating your cereal. I don't think kids really sit and look at cereal boxes anymore. I remember when I was a kid, you know, you'd either watch TV or you'd sit and read the packets of things. So, this is whole wheat, wheat bran and malted barley. So there doesn't seem to be any of the other stuff. So there was rice in this one, wasn't there? So let's have another look. So there was rice and barley. Does it have barley? Yeah, so it's got malted barley, whole wheat. So it's the same product, it's just missing the rice. So it should be missing that crispy aspect, essentially. But you might not be bothered about that. You know, if you're not bothered, that's probably where you're saving the 10 calories per portion. Right, let's give it a taste test, because this is significantly cheaper. So hopefully it tastes just as good. Okay, here we go. It's very soggy. It has what I can only describe as an earthy flavour. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, you can really taste the malt barley in this. Okay. Now, these are fortified with loads of vitamins. From looking at it, the Kellogg's ones as well have vitamins, but these have a separate sticker. So apparently these are really good for you. But the texture is like sawdust. It's like you'd mix sawdust and some kind of, don't know, some binding powder. It feels like I've just eaten a spoonful of dirt. Maybe I'm going crazy. Let me go back to these a second, because maybe it's my assumptions because I'm so used to one type of cereal. So let's try this again. Got the crunch. It does go soggy pretty quickly, but I do think it's the rice that keeps it so crunchy. Because this doesn't have rice, this is why it's not crunchy. If it did, it might stand more of a chance, but it doesn't look that brown on the box. But I probably won't be able to show you properly, but it's very brown. I can definitely see where the fibre comes from in these, because you know when you see a brown food, you think instantly it's just earthy, full of fibre. I'm not too sure about this one. It's not my thing, Bran Flakes, right? I do get how some people might like it. If you've had shreddies before and you taste the malt in that, that's the kind of malt flavour you get. You don't really get that from your Special K. It's more like cornflakes. But remember, Bran Flakes, 6p a bowl. Kellogg's is 23.5p a bowl. So it does work out significantly cheaper to get this. It's a bigger packet, but smaller box, strangely enough. The flavours are different. Maybe I should try the Special Flakes version, because even though I get it, these are slightly healthier. I've actually done my research, and apparently these are only about 8 calories a serving healthier than the ASDA version of Special Flakes. So I think that's maybe the next cereal to try. So, would I swap to ASDA Bran Flakes? It's cheaper, it looks just as healthy, they're a different colour, different texture, completely different flavour. Unfortunately for me, it's a no. This, unfortunately, will have to go on the bad swaps. Have I made a poor decision? Do you love Bran Flakes? If so, let me know. This is the ASDA variant. There could be other variants that are much better than this. This is just what I've been recommended to try. Leave your comments down below as to what I should try next, and I'll give them a taste test. Until the next video, Swappers, Swopper Shopper out. Ciao.